Thank you. Wow. You guys really know how to make a guy feel good. I appreciate that very much. All right, so I have a short bit of time with you, so I want to get right to the point. No matter how successful you are, a lot of the Circle of Champions I saw up here, how many still want to be much more successful than you are right now? Okay, so I have an important question for you, and that is, why are you not right now more successful than you are? Because let's just be honest with each other. Your current results are really only a fraction of what you're truly capable of achieving. That you are far more talented, you have far more potential than your current reality. Why are you only living up to a fraction of your potential? So I asked that question to our 3 million readers in Success Magazine on stages all over the world, and so I want to clear up the most common answer that I hear to that question of why people are not more successful than they are right now. Because it's a myth about what's limiting their greater potential. So how many people here had a really nice, normal, happy childhood? How many? Wow, most of you. Huh. Well, good for you, because my childhood sucked. Does that translate? Mierda. Bad. Not good, okay? My parents divorced when I was 18 months old, and my mother, she didn't want me. So when they divorced, she just handed me over to my father. As a matter of fact, when she first found out from the doctor that she was pregnant with me, her response was anger and disappointment. And so when they decided to split up, she just very easily handed me over to my father. Now, you have to understand that my dad was only 23 years of age when I was born. And he had just moved from the San Francisco Bay Area of California to what seemed like the middle of nowhere, which was Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the desert, where he took a job as a overworked, underpaid university American football coach. And so it was just he and I out there by ourselves, and he really didn't know what to do with me. As a matter of fact, this was his parenting strategy after I was born. He would just shove me in the corner of a couch, barricade me with pillows, and then put headphones on my head to try to keep me quiet. If you see the stunned look I had on my face, I had that most of my childhood. And you learn very early on, being under the parenting of my father, that you just kind of had to fend for yourself really early in life. To say that my dad wasn't the nurturing type is almost comical, right? I mean, he was, we affectionately referred to him as a bit Neanderthal, and he parented like he coached football, which meant that there was no whining, no crying, no excuses, lots of yelling, and lots of cursing. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you remember the movie Full Metal Jacket, but that could have been my father's twin, Sergeant Gunnery. And growing up in his household was like growing up in his boot camp. And my father, he was infamous for one of his coaching philosophies, and that was no matter how hurt a player got on the field, they were not allowed to come out of the